Hello everyone, we're back with another Incel video takedown. We're going to be watching a video from a no-fap semen retention channel called Sexual Kung Fu. As you can imagine, this guy is also a pickup artist and incel. Much like your average kissing prank channel, you've got some like cuts of him making out with a girl that he paid to pose with him and to kiss him for photos that he could clip out to use for his banner. And as you know, a guy whose entire branding is stuff like this about how he totally has sex and women totally give him attention, definitely has sex and women definitely give him attention, you know, because people wouldn't know unless he talked about it and, like, you know, just sort of put it on all of his branding. How would you know, right? Like, that's what people who fuck do, so that everyone knows they're fucking. Because people who fuck, they need everyone to know that they're doing that, right? Like, they have to. That's very common. Anyway, so this guy has about 117,000 subscribers and nearly 1,000 videos, and they are some interesting videos and titles, if I do say so myself. And the one we're going to be looking at today is Testicle Breathing #1 Semen Retention Exercise, Cool Draw. Guided Testicle Breathing Exercise. So chat, I hope you're all ready to do some testicular breathing. Are you guys ready? Are you, like, as you all know, fire bending is all in the breath, so surely backbending is as well. And we're going to learn these breathing techniques that are going to allow us to learn backbending today, okay? Are you ready? This is our teacher. Our backbending master.
Testicle breathing is the #1 sexual kung fu exercise. You could only choose this practice from the...
Okay, I genuinely don't know what testicle breathing is. I don't know if it's like somehow breathing through your testicles, if that's a thing. I'm pretty certain it's not. If it's like breathing your own, like, I don't know, like testicle musk or something. I have no clue if it's that. I don't know if it's like holding your breath and squeezing your balls. It could be any of these things. Let's find out.
Sexual kung fu system to use, and you would get a lot of benefit from it. I'm going to teach you how to do it in this video. So the purpose of testicle breathing...
Oh yeah, it could be airing them out. Is it airing your balls out? Maybe that's what testicle breathing is. ...is
to circulate the sexual energy from the genitals, from the testicles, through the body.
Okay, so I made the Avatar joke about backbending at the start of this segment. I did not realize that this guy had like katanas and like a hanging papyrus like dragon, and was going to start talking about like the energy flow in your body, because like I think we know the bit we're playing into for the rest of this segment. He has to teach us how to pass the sexual energy through our chakras so we can enter we can learn backbending. He's literally our backbending master. We have to learn backbending from him.
And this has the effect of transmuting the sexual energy, changing the form of it from just this raw, horny energy.
He is genuinely describing this like it's entering the Avatar state.
Energy that wants to move down and out, which depletes us. And we start to train it to transform, to become lighter, and to move upwards in the body. Because for most men, the only pathway of expression they have for their sexual energy...
Oh my god, it's the Gunnar Avatar. You're right, Adante Asai. He's got to restore balance to the Gunnar world, or I don't know, like, restore balance to the porn sites.
Energy is to impulsively release it through an ejaculation. And this practice is creating a new pathway of circulating and recycling internally, so you capture that charge of sexual energy.
All the porn types all the porn categories lived in harmony until the incest porn attacked. Now only the Avatar, the Gunnar Avatar, has the power necessary to restore balance.
And you put it to work to creativity, to making your body more healthy, vibrant, and radiant, intensifying your spiritual connection, really anything you want to put this energy into. And this is an essential exercise.
Wait,
if you're
put
doing
my energy into... Okay, is he gonna teach us bending, and on top of that, how to like ring craft, like in Tolkien's world, like how to put our force, our life force, into an object, and allow us to transfer power to it, like the rings? Is he going to teach us how to do that with our sexual energy? Yeah, we have to channel our chakras, enter the avatar state, and we have to forge a ring. We have to forge the cock ring of power.
Retention practice, because what happens for a lot of men is they just stop ejaculating, but they don't actually do anything with that energy. They don't cultivate it. They don't know how to use it. This isn't just a physical.
So chat, for those that aren't familiar, semen retention is the act of keeping semen inside of your body, whether it be not nutting or nutting and apparently eating the ejaculate. That is a thing some semen retention guys do. Why is this what I arrived to? It's in the title, man. It's in the title of the stream. But on top of that, this guy seems to be of the belief that, like, just keeping the semen in your body isn't enough. You have to, like, cultivate the energies. These people are so weird. They're very popular. This guy has more subs than me. Like, you gotta understand, dude. This shit is popular. People fall for this stuff. Ball bending.
Physical thing, you must know the energetic skill to transform this energy into chi, into energy, and eventually into spirit.
Yeah, generally they wash it down with Fanta. Yeah, Slashy. That wasn't just Chris Chan. Apparently Fanta is the go-to chaser for semen. I don't know why, but apparently it's the go-to chaser.
To Shen. Otherwise, you just get stagnant and it builds up in your balls. Doesn't do you any good. You just become a horny mess. So this is the foundational practice to start moving that sexual energy. And again,
have, like, the no-fappers finally acknowledged the fact that not jacking off isn't going to turn you into some, like, hyper-aware, super non-horny... Like, it's just going to make you horny all the fucking time. And they finally acknowledged that, so now they have to find some pseudoscientific explanation for how you have to do an extra step that if you don't do, the semen retention doesn't work. So now that so many of these dudes have gotten into it and are like, hey, I'm just horny all the time, it sucks, they're like, okay, well, you're not doing the important final step we forgot to mention, where you have to cultivate the energy. It's like, okay.
Again, this is an essential practice if you are doing semen retention, because it's going to keep that energy moving. It's going to keep your sexual energy moving so you get the most out of your practice. Again, otherwise it just gets stuck in your balls. It doesn't do you much good. So by circulating your sexual energy, semen retention actually becomes...
Yeah, I forgot. The ball chakra. Very important, the ball chakra. Everyone forgets that one, but it's very important.
Effortless. You no longer feel extremely impulsive and sexually frustrated when you start to really work with this practice, because it gives you a new outlet for your sexual energy. And this practice works with the microcosmic orbit, the main energy channels in the body. The back channel flows from the perineum up the back of the body over the head to the roof of the mouth.
Oh my god, it's literally the energy flow things that the Avatar's tattoos are tattooed on. Like the arrow that goes over Aang's head, that's like the flow of energy through a person's body. And that's where the tattoos are. And he just describes how it goes. This is literally some fucking no-fap Avatar shit. What the fuck are we watching, dude?
You place your tongue against the roof of the mouth. It connects the circuit. The front channel goes down from the tip of the tongue, down the front of the body.
It's mewing.
And ends in the perineum. So we would create this loop.
So does mewing... Mewing lets you enter the avatar state. He's describing mewing, the whole, like, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and, like, so it involves breathing and mewing is how you do testicle. That is insane. Please tell me it's like breathing while mewing. Please tell me that's what testicular breathing is.
And that is the pathway we are going to use with this practice. And as you're doing this, you are essentially rejuvenating your whole body with this nourishing sexual energy, this Jing Qi. And it really charges you up. It's a fantastic exercise. I do it pretty much every single day, and I have for almost a decade now. It also sets the stage for you to be able to have non-ejaculatory orgasms and complete ejaculation control. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit subscribe to support the channel and get my free ejaculation control course through the link.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So you pay this guy money so he can teach you how to control your ejaculation. That's the grift. Okay, cool. He obviously, as you can imagine, doesn't believe in any of this shit, and if he does, then in real life he's probably an enormous loser. More likely than not, though, he's just some guy, probably a gym bro, who recognized that there's a lot of, like, scrawny virgin nerds on the internet who will look up to any muscular guy who looks like or confidently states that he's sexually successful, and they will listen to every word that guy says about how to be sexually successful, because they want like some kind of father figure to look up to. So like they're followers. They're fundamentally just followers. So, yeah.
In the video description below. Okay, so just a couple technical things before we go to the guided practice. So first, we're gonna simply breathe into the testicles with our awareness in the testicles in a specific way.
All right, everyone, try your hardest to breathe through your testicles. I'm gonna do my best here, okay? I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna see if I can breathe through my testicles. No? No, I didn't feel that even close to my testicles. How fucking deep does this guy's lungs go?
To activate our sexual energy in an unaroused way. And then we're gonna transition into moving it through the back channel, playing with that, and then we're gonna move it through the complete microcosmic orbit, up the back, down the front. You're going to use a very, very, very slight physical engagement in the pelvic floor. This is not a Kegel exercise. You're not going to squeeze your pelvic floor like you're trying to hold in urine. That is a gross misunderstanding of the practices, and doing that tends to ingrain a stress response to sexual stimulation, which can create premature ejaculation or make it worse if you already had that. So we're not doing a...
Are the dudes who are watching this guy's videos getting laid enough to have premature ejaculation? That's like my question. Why is he assuming that his audience has problems with premature ejaculation? You have to be having sex with women for that to be a problem.
Full-on squeezing of the pelvic floor. It is a very subtle sensation. It's as if you want to squeeze the pelvic floor. It's like a 1% of doing a Kegel. It's the slightest little feeling of something happening there. And you do that on the inhale. This helps to activate this pump in the huyen. The huyen is the point in the perineum. It's an energetic hotspot. It's an area where jing is stored, and it also has the effect of starting to bubble and pump jing, sexual energy, upwards in the body.
What am I supposed to say? I don't know how I'm supposed to necessarily debunk the things he's saying. But I do feel like I have to when you consider this guy, like, he's got more subs than even I do. You know, like, this guy is a successful YouTuber who just talks about this stuff and people listen and follow it. I'm curious how many of the viewers are, like, hate watchers, though. Let me read the comments. It's very effective practice. I've been doing this from your previous video. It really helped me a lot in semen retention. Thanks, Jonathan. Live long, healthy life, bro. Hello here. In USA, United States of Africa, no one teacher about using your mind to control sexual energy. All we are taught is to last long in bed. Am impressed. From user-ZD6PG5GG1Y. Okay. Damn, I'm glad I refound your channel. I don't know why I didn't subscribe the first time I found it. Your stuff is a goldmine. Thanks for your awesome work, dude. Sir, please, a guided practice on scrotal compression. What? He hearted this comment. Sir, please, a guided practice on scrotal compression. Found this video at the right time. Been struggling with semen retention buildup. Thank you, Jonathan. Thanks, bro. Haven't done this in a while. This is one of my all-time favorite practices. Have been wondering what will happen if I activate the energy by breathing into the testicles, but don't perform the other two steps, as it happens with me sometimes. Hope it's not a problem. Also, in the guided practice on your website, you teach to directly guide the energy into the heart through the central channel, which has worked well for me. Is that as good as guiding the energy through the microcosmic orbit? Thank you. Oh my god. Like, they've been hitting the pipe for sure. Yeah, some of these people are hitting the pipe. Just found your channel and want to say thank you. Seems convincing. Thanks, Jonathan. When I circulate my breath, I return the breath to the perineum, completing the cycle. Is it exactly what I should do? Should I return the complete the cycle by breathing into the daunting, or breathing to the perineum and completing the circuit? I have no idea if I'm even right or wrong. Please explain to me in easy language. Returning the energy down to the sexual center will recharge the sexual center. Useful if you want higher libido. If you have excess sexual desire and want to use the energy for something else, bring it into the Dantian. Thanks for these guided meditations. I hope it's right that I do this when your microcosmic orbit meditation. Just getting started, but already feeling results. Thank you. Thanks for this practice. I already feel like it will make my semen retention journey a lot easier after the first time. Does the pace of your breath matter? Great vid. I find this much easier to focus on the sensations versus JQI Gong. Although different, would you recommend this over Qui-Gong? What? Just one question, sir. If there is consistent practice, does it gets to any tangible feelings? Thought awareness only, as you mentioned earlier, that is not necessarily about breathing, especially in microcosmic orbit. We have stumbled across just like an interesting hive of critters, haven't we?
It becomes activated so that the sexual energy, the essence of your semen, can move out of the testicles and into this pathway. So if I say to engage the perineum, that's what I'm talking about. This very, very, very subtle feeling of, it's almost like you're just kind of like, like a little plucking or a feeling of suction there. It's mostly mental, very, very, very slightly physical. Okay, let's get into the practice. So it may help you to massage your testicles a little bit. What I like to do is just kind of grab them between.
Now we're in the guided practice section of the video, guys. Holy shit, where is this going? All right, let's rewind that because that was one of the funniest sentences I've ever heard. All right.
So it may help you to massage your testicles a little bit. What I like to do is just kind of grab them between my fingers and squeeze them about 30, 36 times. That helps to bring more blood and awareness and just help to really anchor your mind and to really feel what's happening in the testicles. This isn't a visualization, it's a feeling, using your kinesthetic sense of your mind engaging within your body to affect your energy. Okay, so now just begin to breathe. Ideally, abdominal breathing from the belly. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Keep the tongue against the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth throughout this practice. And as you inhale, keep your mind within the testicles. And there's this feeling like you are breathing with your testicles. It's like your testicles are a sponge and they're porous. And as you inhale, it's like all the pores on the skin of your testicles are sucking something in, like air or liquid, as you inhale. And as you exhale, you just think of this feeling of concentration, like it's condensing or compressing within the testicles. So you inhale and you use your mind to create this feeling of suction in the testicles, like they're inhaling, like lungs. As you exhale, it's a feeling of condensing something. This is mental, completely mental, with the awareness absorbed into the testicles. And it might also help to feel like the testicles are energetically pulsing as if they were lungs. So as you inhale, there's a feeling of suction and the testicles feel like they're expanding like your lungs do when you breathe in. And when you exhale, it feels like the testicles are energetically condensing, contracting. So do that for a few moments.
Do it, guys. I hope you're following
Remembering
along.
to do that very, very slight perineum engagement as you inhale. Very subtle. Should not create tension.
How do you feel about the fact that he is doing this right now? He is testicular breathing right now. On camera. He's gonna enter the avatar state next thing we know. Zan, you have to lead by example. He's just sitting there. Sir, I have no balls.
Just breathing into the testicles right now.
Sorry for all the no ball havers in chat who can't testicular breathe with us. Oh my god, this is such an effective watch time farm. Jesus Christ. This is an insanely effective watch time farm from this guy who can just sit here with his eyes closed for God knows how long and just farm that watch time. How long does he do this for? He does it for a while, too.
Vibration. So this is the first phase, just breathing into the testicles, activating them. I will do this until I feel some kind of vibration, tingling, coolness, a buzzing, some sort of, for me, it's a tangible sensation. It may take you some time of practice to feel that, so don't worry too much about it right now. Eventually it will become more tangible. So now we're going to transition to the next phase. So now you want to feel like there's a straw, a tube connecting your testicles, the tailbone, and up the spine all the way to the crown of the head.
Yeah.
And as you inhale now, that slight perineum engagement, you want to think of sucking something up, this tube, like something's being drawn from the testicles up this tube. You use your mind to create this feeling of suction within the body. And the most simple thing is to simply move your mind along this pathway. As you
Sam, this guy is bringing my headache back.
inhale, you move your mind from the testicles up the spine, up the back, and to...
What is he trying to do? Why do this? As he explained before, is this what toxic masculinity is like? Yes, this is one of the weirdest forms of it. The idea is that, like, when you do semen retention, you're supposed to, like, store the energy of not nutting in your body. Like, the not coming, like, keeps energy inside of you that leaves when you nut. But he's saying that you have to, like, do breathing exercises and meditation, like a special kind of testicular meditation, in order to circulate the sexual energy through your body and access, like, I don't know, like a higher state of being and suppress your sexual desires or something.
To the crown of the head. Let's just try that for a few repetitions. Remember the slight engagement of the perineum as you inhale.
Remember, guys, make sure you're very slightly engaging your taint.
Keep the mind at the crown as you exhale.
Make sure you're engaging your taint as you exhale, chat. Don't forget. And do not come. Most of all, you must not...
Now we're going to add a little subtle extra thing on the exhale. So you inhale, sweeping the energy up to the crown of the head. As you exhale...
Meditation's cool and is good mental health, but Jesus? Well, Galaxy Bomb, a ton of men, especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha men, or I mean Gen Alpha boys, but young Gen Z men in particular, flock to this type of stuff because a lot of them have a ton of problems, and they can definitely benefit from self-help stuff, or from, like, meditation, working out, and stuff like that. But seeking out a non-toxic, just sort of, like, positive outlet to learn about those things and to become motivated to do those things is not very common for some reason. Maybe it's due to some toxic masculinity shit. Who knows? But for a lot of young guys, instead of, like, meditating for the sake of meditating, they would rather find some muscular dude online who will tell them that if they do certain meditation techniques, it'll improve their sexual energy and make them more successful, and whatnot. Like, it's just, it's like, this is the branding of self-help that men are socially allowed to consume, if that makes sense.
Exhale, let your mind absorb. It's like the mind melts down from the crown into the center of the head and, like, absorbs into the brain, like liquid filling a sponge as you exhale. And as you inhale, you come back with the mind to the testicles, like you're sucking something up the tube or simply sweeping your mind up the back of the body to the crown. You exhale and the mind, like, melts and absorbs. You just spread your mind and absorb it into the upper dantian, the brain area. This has the effect of absorbing your sexual energy into the brain, the crown of your head.
Wouldn't that make you horny?
Inhaling up the back. Exhale, absorbing the mind into the crown of the head.
Dude, this is such a crazy...
Inhale, slight engagement in the perineum, sucking the sexual energy up the...
This is such a crazy, like, watch time farm of a channel, too, because so much of it is just him there with his eyes closed, breathing. And it's a guide, guys. It's totally a guide, so he doesn't even have to talk through most of the video. And meanwhile, people watch it all the way to the end, and he's just farming that watch time. Holy shit. Please stop, Zan. No, this is fucking hysterical.
Spine. And exhale, absorbing it into the brain.
How long does he do this for? He does it for a while.
It helps to keep the chin.
Time.
Now we're going to move to the third phase, which is the complete microcosmic orbit cycle. Everything's the same. You inhale, testicles, like you're sucking something up the spine. You sweep the mind up the spine, up to the crown of the head. And now, as you exhale, make sure your tongue is against the roof of the mouth. You simply sweep your awareness down the front of the body like a waterfall. And you end with your awareness in just below the belly button, about 2 inches below the belly button and into the body, into the belly. This is your lower dantian. So you want to collect the energy there. So let's do this now. Inhale.
Got to collect the
slight perineum engagement, drawing up the spine to the crown of the head, tongue against the roof of the mouth.
Oh, he's not mewing.
Exhale. Now sweep your awareness down the front of the body into the belly. And it's like now your mind is absorbing into the belly like liquid filling a sponge. So the energy collects there. And then you inhale, again, back to the testicles, up the back of the body.
Dude, young men are in a bad place.
Exhale down the front of the body.
You know what this is? This is man astrology. I don't know if you guys are aware, but astrology is basically replacing religion with Gen Z. Like something like 30 or 40% of Gen Z claims to full-on believe in astrology and uses it to like guide their lives. Like so much so to the point where like if they meet like a guy or a girl and they're perfect, like a potential perfect partner, but like their zodiac signs don't match up, they'll like end the relationship right there because of that reason. Like their Gen Z is essentially replacing fanatical religious belief with zodiac shit and astrology, and it's continuing to get more and more popular. And I feel that that same trend is just as popular because, like, you imagine, okay, but who among Gen Z is getting super into astrology? It's got to be like 80% women, right? I'm sure there are tons of dudes getting into it almost as much, if not equally so. But the brand of astrology, the brand of like spirituality that they're getting into is stuff like this rather than like, oh my God, you're such a Virgo. Like they're getting into this shit. This is like Gen Z men's brand of like weirdo pseudo spirituality.
And as you sweep your awareness down the front of the body, relax everything. What helps to open up the front channel is to relax the face, relax the throat, relax your diaphragm, just really release this area of the body. Use your mind to create this feeling of like a thick, liquidy, like a syrup or honey dripping down the front of your body and collecting in the lower dantian, in the belly. So you inhale from the testicles up the back of the body, slight perineum engagement, very slight. To the crown of the head. Exhale. Like a waterfall, thick honey down the front of the body and into the belly. Keep going in this cycle. Inhaling from the testicles, drawing it up the spine to the crown of the head. Exhale down, sweeping the awareness down the front of the body, collecting in the lower dantian, the energy center in the belly.
Okay, I think we've seen enough now. So yeah, I read the comments section expecting to see at least a few people joking about how this is a gold mine of funny, and you know, obviously not taking it seriously. But every comment I read was like a fully positive, complimentary comment to the content from people who are supposedly following these guides. So I hate to tell you guys, but this guy has over 100,000 people fully bought into this shit hook, line, and sinker, and they're following this dude's guides, and they think that like they need to retain their semen and like cycle their power or whatever. Fucking crazy, dude. YouTube is interesting because sometimes they'll just find these little like content creators that sometimes have hundreds of thousands of subscribers where they're just saying the most insane shit you've ever heard, like the Wheat Waffles guy and this dude and a lot of these incel channels. Like they're very big, but you've never heard of them before, and their videos are insane, but they've got a very dedicated, large audience. It's really interesting. Anyway, if you guys want to ever see me cover this guy again, because he's quite silly, I feel like we could cover him again and get some good content from it, please let me know in the comments down below. It really means a ton. If you enjoyed the segment and feel like you learned anything, or you liked it, or laughed at all, consider leaving a like. Every thumbs up, no matter where, what, or when you leave it and what you're watching, helps my channel a ton. It really means a lot. Commenting compounds that effect, and it really helps a lot. Max Forrest, I'm gonna mute you for today because you've just been like really annoying that whole segment. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you're gonna get the 1-day mute, because you just complained about that entire segment the whole time, and were the only person complaining about it. That was a funny segment. Just because it was cringe doesn't mean it needed to end and it was awful. Okay, like that was good content, undeniably, and everyone else in chat agrees. You were being whiny. Anyway, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, follow my social medias, link down below in the description, join my fan Discord. If you haven't already, it's the main hub of my community, and yeah, it's very pog. I do appreciate everybody who watched, no matter when, where, what. If you left a like, if you were just lurking, means a ton, and have a good one.